Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer. Get ready to do that all important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, fans, we're going to be talking about Spider-Verse Team Up featuring a Spider-Girl reunion. This is issue number 3 of Spider-Verse Team Up. And yeah, it's been kind of like Spider Week this week here on Comic Book Corner 2.0, being with all the Spider books that came out. Now, if you guys want to see an amazing Spider-Man review of issue number 13, you guys can check that out over on Comic Frontline. Otherwise, all the other tie-ins for this week's Spider-Verse books are right here on Comic Book Corner 2.0. So, guys, Spider-Verse Team Up, issue number 3. This one's done by, first story is done by Christos Gage, and the penciler is done by Dave Williams. The next story is called Bugged, and that one's done by the original creative team from Spider-Girl, which is Tom DeFalco and Ron Fretz. The artwork in the first story, we'll talk about that one first, which is known as Too Many Spider-Men, features Peter Parker and Superior. They wind up going on a particular mission here, and with Anya, and they wind up going to recruit. I think his name is Karn, which is like the redheaded stepchild of the inheritors, and he's constantly trying to prove himself to the family to get back with the family. And we get to see them over on Earth. We get to see him over on Earth 3123 here going against Uncle Ben and Ben Parker. And then we wind up getting to see old May Spider-Woman or Spider-Man. And it was crazy. And she winds up having some funny dialogue in here. And I was just kind of like, you can't be serious with this, right? And I thought they were going to kill her, but they never wound up killing her because, yes, all your Spider-Men wind up making their appearance here, and which consisted in Ashley Barton, Spider-Punk, Billy Braddock, and we get to see Pavadar Brahaker, or whatever his name is. So you get to see them here. And basically their mission in this particular issue wasn't to fight the Inheritor, but it was otherwise to recruit him so they can join the Spider team and help take on and get revenge on his own family. And after some convincing, it seems like it's going to work, and they all transport out. And we're going to see where this goes from here on how the tides are going to turn, how this inheritor is going to go against his family here and win this battle. So I don't know what's going to happen. So this was an entertaining issue. I liked it. I thought the artwork could be better. There wasn't as much detail as I was like it. It was kind of just like the characters in their costume, and that was it. No detail in their costumes at all, or muscle structure, or real good facial expressions here. No characteristics in their face, and I thought that's where it lacked a little bit. So it was just like your basic drawn comic book. But it was a good story, sent a good message. I liked it for what it was. I love seeing Spider-Man, if that's what you want to call her. I thought that was comical. Then the next story where I think a lot of people were talking about was Spider-Girl and Uncle Ben together, otherwise known as Bugged. And throughout the Spider-Verse series, you have seen Mayday Parker just distraught, angry, and kind of doesn't know what to do with herself. And in this issue, it focuses on her anger some more here. And you can kind of understand her anger in this particular issue because she's lost everything. She's lost her mom. She's lost her dad. She's lost her brother. And she's got nothing left. And she kind of can't do anything about it. So in this issue, she finds herself trying to escape. She's just totally angry. And you know, Uncle Ben tries to talk with her, and she's like, "Oh, what are you talking about, old man?" She's like, "What are we gonna hold each other's hair and braid each other's hair and things like that?" And she goes running off, and she's running off the walls, and she gets pissed off, and she winds up, you see her crying. There's lots of emotion there. She winds up punching the wall, and we get to see them do this brief battle, but out of pure anger, while Uncle Ben is trying to talk to her. And at the same time, we wind up coming across that there's these spiders that are trapped in this crazy bunker, And so now they're forced to team up against this spiders. And what happens in the issue is you wind up seeing the power that is displayed from Mayday. You know, you get to see her powers here. So if you're new to Mayday Parker and you're not familiar with how her spider powers work, it's different from some of the other spider powers. Now there were some good character interactions in here. You get to see how uh, Uncle Ben calls his spider sense. He calls it danger sense or something like that. And Mayday No is like, no, it's spider sense. And then there's some things that you might think about might happen in the future, because she always references back to her uncle Ben, and or Ben Riley, I think it was. And then Uncle Ben goes, Riley. He goes, my May's maiden name was, and when that was revealed, it wound up going into the whole action sequences with the spider. So that was quite interesting. So after you got to see these two actually team up, it didn't resolve anything. Just May wound up going off on her own, and she wants to kill Damios. That is her mission, and that's what she has. Now she's fueled with so much anger and so much rage, she just does not know how to control it. Now, people may say, well, why is she so angry? Again, I feel that it's because of the loss of her family. Now, again, if you are hardcore into Mayday, like my good friend Kat over at Comic Uno, you want to check out her video. She gives you a whole theory on who Mayday is. She thinks that this might not even be the Mayday that you know. This could be a clone of Mayday Parker. So she's taking it one step further. Is that the case? I don't know. This could be a Mayday that you've known, and she could be just pissed off and angry because she's lost her whole entire family. I mean, that honestly does make sense here. But overall, this was a good story. It was good to see Mayday Parker back. I've read a few of her issues. I haven't read everything there is about Mayday, so I'm not totally in connected with the character, but I want to read more. It's just a matter of time. But overall, I thought this issue was a really good issue. I think it was pretty much like in my top five this week, and I think after reading this one, I wound up giving this one a 4.25 out of 5. It was a solid issue. Of course, being the second one, much better than the first issue or the first story in this particular book. And I like this week's Spider-Verse tie-in books, but I feel to really enjoy Spider-Verse for what it is, I feel like to capture certain character moments in here, to really dig deep into them, you have to read these tie-in books, because without the tie-in books, you can't get that character development that you're hoping for. These characters don't shine in the main Spider-Verse book. So, guys, there is my review for Spider-Verse Team Up issue number 3. I gave it a 4.25 out of 5 stars. And, guys, until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching, fans. Take care. See you soon. Bye.